How's it going, folks? Welcome back to TUTV. My name is Jack.
I'm Lily.
And at the end of last episode, we had a little a bet going. One of us would do all their homework.
That was me.
And one of us would not do anything, and
Which
we'd
was
see.
Jack.
Yeah, me.
Yep.
And we'd see how our results would stack up. So how'd that go for you?
Pretty good. I did some great essays, in my opinion. They are getting graded.
Mm-hmm.
I lost some sleep. I'm now observing a classroom for my education class.
Shout out to
Super
you.
fun.
Yeah.
I definitely had some students think I was a senior there.
That's
So
a
when
good
I
thing, right?
asked to go to the main office, they told me to go to the attendance office. And then the assistant principal thought I was a student then. So then I had to explain that, no, I go to the University of Tulsa and I'm
Nice.
observing a classroom.
Well,
Yeah.
my GPA plummeted.
So fun.
It's fall now. We made it.
It is fun. Very fun. It's cold now. It's really great. It's not in the 90s.
It's
It like switched
cool.
overnight.
I can wear sweaters.
Yes.
You know, it's going to be, the leaves are starting to change. They're already slightly yellow.
Yep.
You know,
It's great.
it's in the air.
Yeah.
I can smell it.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like is pumpkin spice lattes.
Ooh.
But-
See, I don't drink coffee, but one thing about pumpkin spice frosted mini wheats go hard.
Are they good?
They go hard, yes. They are really good. Highly recommend it.
I'm
That's
a big
slight plug there.
Yep.
Go check those out. Frosted mini wheats. They're really good. All right, folks. Today's episode is sponsored by Frosted Mini Wheats.
No, it's
Just kidding.
not.
It's not. It's not. Enjoy the episode.
See ya.
Hello. Welcome to your one-stop TUTV news shop, where we have all the news. I'm Zach Darland.
And I'm Christina. Well, we have a lot of interesting news for you today, so let's get started. On Friday, PayPal announced that it will be leaving the Libra Association, a group formed to launch a cryptocurrency made by Facebook. According to Facebook, the Libra was meant to be a revolutionary new online currency that could be traded through its website and the websites of corporate partners. PayPal stated that the main reason for their departure was to, quote, prioritize its own ventures, end quote. PayPal is not the first company to drop the Libra, but as a banking company, its departure is a huge blow to Facebook.
An unplanned explosion shocked the California Oktoberfest celebration Saturday night. Police and firefighters were investigating reports of an electrical fire in the area when a nearby transformer exploded. 2 restaurant employees and 2 firefighters were rushed to the hospital afterwards with 2nd and 3rd degree burns. Thankfully, the restaurant was emptier than usual, according to Orange County Police Chief Lopez. Police say that they are still investigating the cause of the fire.
On Saturday, President Trump announced that the Secretary of Energy, Rick Perry, allegedly pressured him into initiating the infamous Ukraine call. According to the president, he did not even want to talk to Volodymyr Zelensky, but, quote, only did so because Perry asked him to. Furthermore, the president claimed that one of the purposes of the call was to ask about liquefied natural gas, which was not present in the call transcript. The impeachment inquiry will continue until the issue is solved, and so will our news coverage.
On Thursday, an arrest warrant was issued for Iancu Ovidiu Floria, a Romanian man who scammed more than 100 Oklahomans. According to U.S. Attorney Trevor Shores, Floria and his group of conspirators installed electronic tracking devices on ATMs in Tulsa and Oklahoma City in order to collect credit card information. He would then use his collected information to withdraw people's money from faraway ATMs. Camera surveillance finally caught footage of Floria and 2 others installing equipment at different banks and credit unions across town.
According to the U.S. Navy, a series of leaked U.F.O. videos were accidentally released. The videos, which depict unidentified objects hurtling around at high velocities, were confirmed to be genuine phenomena by the Navy. The flying objects which appear in the videos have not yet been identified. According to former Navy official Luis Elizondo, these disturbances, quote, happen all the time, and the only way to identify them is to report them, end quote.
What a wonderful mix of stories we have here tonight. We have plenty of things. We have UFOs, we have explosions. What we're missing is exploding UFOs. So do you want to know about cryptocurrency?
Yeah, I do want to know about cryptocurrency.
Well, check this out. You may or not know this, but we have Facebook's Libra, and Pepsi has a new one called Pepcoin coming out. You know, I think this trend's actually going to reach out and encroach and get all our brands, and it'll be just like the Marlboro reward system all over again. Can you believe that?
I cannot believe that.
Are you excited for it?
I don't think so.
Well, I am. And you stay excited for it too, audience. That's all for TU News tonight.
So T.U.N.A is our acronym. It stands for TU Underwater Adventures and is a dive club that was founded in 2017. And our goal is to help do the dissemination of the art of scuba diving and teaching it to new people, and then helping those that are already scuba divers to continue their passion for scuba diving. So this is your regulator set. The regulator set attaches directly to the top of the tank. And then the first stage here, it cuts down the pressure from the tank to a more tolerable level that gets delivered to your regulators, which is your second stage, and brings it down to an air pressure that is able to be inhaled in your lungs. Another part of the reg set is your dive computer and your air pressure gauge, which allows you to monitor how much pressure you have left in your tank. So this is our scuba tank, and it holds usually about 80 cubic feet of air, and they fill them up to about 3,000 psi. And the last thing on your reg set is a low pressure line that goes to your BCD to inflate the vest. So new members, they go in two categories. You have your uncertified and your certified members. So unfortunately, we can't take a lot of uncertified people diving because it's just against regulations and they're not qualified. So if you're uncertified, we will help you as much as we can to get you through a certification process. We usually do 2 classes per year, which is 1 per semester. And then those that are certified that are new to the club, you just come on in and you come to the meetings, and we try to go on as many dive trips as possible.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are here with Cassidy McCant, who is the managing editor for Nimrod. So can you explain what Nimrod is?
Yeah, Nimrod is an international literary journal. We publish short fiction, creative nonfiction, and poetry from all over the world, which is cool. But it started at TU in 1956, so it's a very long-standing literary journal. And yeah, so anyone can submit to us, and we have to read it, which is always exciting. You never know what you'll get. But yeah, we also try to do some local programming to just encourage literature and literacy.
That's awesome. How long have you been working with Nimrod?
I've been with Nimrod for 6 years now.
Oh wow. So what all jobs have you had except for management editor?
So I started as an intern the summer after I graduated from undergrad at University of Arkansas. That was 2013, and I spent the summer as the intern, and then I became associate editor for a few years until this. Basically, TU opened up the managing editor spot again, which just comes with a bit more responsibility, but it's a lot of fun. It's a great title. I like it. So yeah, I sort of deal with the practical stuff in programming, and always in conversation with the writers that we publish and things like that.
Awesome. What have been some past programs that you have done here at TU or at any other university or event area?
So at TU every year we do the Nimrod Conference for Readers and Writers. That's our biggest focus every single year, and it's October. This year, October 18th and 19th. Got proof of that. But that basically we bring in writers from all over the country to teach classes on fiction, poetry, nonfiction, mystery, young adult, romance usually. And then we usually bring in literary agents to talk to people about novel stuff and publishing just practical stuff. So that's our biggest focus every year, but then we also do a national literary contest every year.
Okay.
And the winners of that actually come into Tulsa in October to teach us us too, just to lead classes on whatever genre they write in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you were saying with this being your biggest event, how long has this event been going for since Nimrod was created in the 1950s?
The awards are in their 41st year now. So
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Very nice. What has been your favorite part about this event, planning it and getting it correct?
It's really, so we offer, it's $60 to $70 for the regular registration, just because it's a big event. You know, we bring in a lot of great authors. We have to kind of fund it somehow, but we're very passionate about making it accessible to writers who come from, you know, students, teachers, people just who don't otherwise have a lot of money to devote to this kind of thing. We want to make sure it's accessible, so we let them come for $10 if needed. And that's just hearing from people who've benefited from those scholarships, we call them, is really cool. Like, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to do this. Like, thank you so much for like letting me join in on this day. And that's neat to me, just hearing local writers sort of feel welcome at our conference, you know, not like afraid or
That's
like it's
awesome.
something that's not for them.
Yeah. Who is your favorite author that you're excited to see at this event?
I'm excited about Margot Livesey. She's a fiction and nonfiction writer. She was actually the judge of our literary awards, so our judges come in and teach classes also. And she just seems super down to earth. She's achieved a lot, but I recently read her craft book on writing fiction, and the way she kind of talks about the process of writing, it kind of sounds like you're having coffee with her. It's pretty neat.
That's awesome.
So yeah, she seems like she'll be great.
Awesome. So, is it hosted at TU?
Yeah, it's at the Student Union. I still want to call it ACAC. I don't know if that's common anymore.
It's still common, yes.
Okay. But it's at the Student Union, so it's all day October 19th from 9:30 a.m. until about 4:30 that day.
Awesome. Is it all like on top of the Student Union, or?
Yeah,
Is it?
well, actually not all of it. We do have some classes in Keplinger, which is just adjacent. So, and we've got for people who aren't from TU, we've got maps for that. And we've got people directing people back and forth so no one gets lost. But,
if anyone would like to sign up for this event, where do they go sign up so then they're able to attend?
So if you see any of these around campus, you can always fill one out and bring it to us in Zinc Hall 337.
Okay.
So it's actually the second floor up from the ground level. It's 337, that's where we are. We're in a corner office. But also you can email us at nimrod@utulsa.edu. And then if you just Google Nimrod UTulsa, you can find our website, and we've got an online form as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
And that's all we have for the interview today. If you want to go and sign up, have fun, and have fun with the rest of the episode.
Sports. Hi, welcome back to TU TV Sports. I'm Harry Lebowski.
And I'm Wes Addington.
Here are your sports for the week.
Due to inclement weather this past weekend, several Golden Hurricane athletics had to cancel or postpone certain events. For Sunday, all pre-qualifying St. Francis Tennis men's and women's American championships were canceled. However, the main draws and singles matchup will continue as planned through this week. The Tulsa men's soccer game with USF was ruled no contest, as it was stopped due to the weather with 21 minutes left on the game clock. A new date for this game is yet to be determined.
The TU football team traveled to Dallas Saturday for a game against the 24 nationally ranked SMU Mustangs. The Golden Hurricane claimed an early 7-0 lead over the Mustangs, which extended to a massive 30-9 lead into the fourth quarter. SMU would then score 21 points in the fourth quarter against Tulsa, tying the game 30-30 and sending the game into overtime. The score was again tied at 37-37 after two overtimes and a missed 43-yard field goal. The Golden Hurricane would go into third overtime with the Mustangs. After a second missed field goal and an SMU touchdown, Tulsa would fall after the third overtime with a final score of 37-43.
The Tulsa women's rowing team medaled 3 boats in the Head of Oklahoma race in OKC. The Tulsa 4+ race freshman earned a silver medal with a time of 16 minutes and 18 seconds, barely trailing Alabama. The Open 2+ and the Collegiate 8+ also claimed bronze medals Saturday. In the Open 2+, Paige Hallam and Sydney Perkle registered a third-place finish in a time of 16:41.45. In the Collegiate 4+ event, TU's A boat tallied a 6th place mark with a time of 15:35.33, while the Tulsa B boat was 8th and the C boat finished 11th in a field of 29 boats.
Things are heating up in the postseason of the MLB. In the ALDS, the Yankees swept their series 3-0 over the Twins, and Houston currently leads 2-1 over Tampa Bay. However, things are a little tighter in the NLDS. The Washington Nationals and the LA Dodgers are currently tied 2-2 in the series after the 2 games in Washington and 2 in LA. The St. Louis Cardinals came away with a big win in Game 1, but the Braves are able to tie the series in Game 2. The two are all tied up at 2-2 after the Cards came back late to take Game 4. More updates will come surrounding the MLB as the playoffs are only just beginning.
The women's soccer team was able to get back on the field after all the weather and hosted UConn Sunday afternoon. The Golden Hurricane played a tight game against the University of Connecticut Sunday, as both teams remained scoreless for the first half. However, Valerie Morris returned from injury to play in the second half. Morris crossed the ball to Reagan Whitlow, who sent the ball into the back of the net and gave TU a 1-0 lead. Morris would then score a goal of her own in the 79th minute from 25 yards out. This extends the women's record to a 2-2 in the American Conference after their win over the Huskies.
All right, Wes, did you end up watching the TU football game?
I was able to catch the last 5 minutes. It hurt a little bit.
That hurt a lot, man. I was out on Saturday night, but I ended up catching the game kind of wherever I went. And at one point I was like, 30-9, we have this in the bag. And then just overtime, and then double overtime, and then triple overtime. And it was it was intense. It was wild.
Yeah.
But hopefully, you were talking to me earlier that SMU kind of had a similar run 15 years ago where they were bad.
Yeah.
And then now they're good.
Exactly.
So maybe the
SMU,
same thing. Yeah, go ahead.
SMU took the long road to victory.
Yeah.
Hopefully TU can be following in their tracks very soon.
All right, that's all for sports this week. We'll see you next week.
Hi, welcome back to TU TV Entertainment. I'm Parker.
And I'm Benji. Let's get into the news this week.
The streaming wars are heating up. Last week, Disney announced that it will be banning Netflix ads from its entertainment networks. This news comes as Disney gears up for the launching of its own streaming service, Disney+. Other streaming services from companies such as Apple and Comcast will still be allowed to advertise on Disney networks, but only because of a mutual advertising relationship. Disney owns networks ABC, Freeform, FX, and of course Disney Channel, among others. Disney Plus is set to launch November 12th.
Renowned director Martin Scorsese is under fire for a controversial statement regarding the Marvel franchise. Scorsese is best known for his long list of successful films, including Goodfellas, The Wolf of Wall Street, and Taxi Driver. However, earlier in the week, Scorsese said that the beloved Marvel films were not cinema and related them to theme parks. In defending his stance, he stated, quote, "It isn't the cinema of human beings trying to convey emotional, psychological experiences to another human being," end quote. Concerning the massive and loyal fan base of the MCU, Scorsese's comment has caused a debate among fans and film buffs alike.
The much-debated film Joker was finally released in theaters last Thursday. Joker, which tells the origin story of Batman's biggest foe, was at the center of controversy for the film's depictions of violence. Last month, Warner Brothers addressed these concerns in a statement stating that, quote, "It is not the intention of the film, the filmmakers, or the studio to hold this character up as a hero," end quote. Despite this controversy, Joker still had an extremely successful opening weekend, making nearly $94 million in the United States. This beats the Sony Productions film Venom for highest grossing opening in October, which opened $80 million. As for the reviews, Joaquin Phoenix seems to be pleasing audiences with his performance, though many have mixed feelings on the overall success of the storyline.
Oh boy, get ready to embrace your inner middle schooler. The Hunger Games is making a comeback with a prequel titled The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Set 64 years prior to the story of Katniss Everdeen, this book will focus on the events surrounding the 10th annual Hunger Games. The cover art for the prequel was released over the weekend, causing old fans of the wildly successful series to nerd out on social media. You can indulge in the nostalgia following the book's release on May 19th, 2020.
Let's transition from Katniss to just Cats. Musical fans can rejoice as the legendary Cats comes to Tulsa this week. Cats tells the story of a tribe of cats known as the Jellicles, as they make the choice of which cat will earn the privilege of ascending to the Heaviside Layer, the cat equivalent of heaven. Taking place over the course of one night, each cat makes their case for why they should be chosen for the honor and the opportunity to be reborn. Cats the Musical is one of the most successful musicals of all time. It is one of the longest running Broadway shows at 38 years and counting, and it's even getting its own movie in December. Cats will be held at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center located downtown and will run from October 9th to October 13th. Tickets are still available with prices beginning at $25.
Harry Styles seems to be up to something, or at least that's what people seem to think on social media. The singer, after not formally tweeting since May of this year, has caused a ruckus after tweeting just one word on Saturday: do. Many of his fans speculate that this could mean new music is on the way, with one typing, quote, "Harry, you can't just tweet one word and then leave. Why are you such a tease?" End quote. This theory isn't too far off, considering Styles confirmed in a recent Rolling Stones interview that he is working on new music. While there is no official news, there's no doubt that Harry Styles remains to be a prominent figure in the music industry.
Well, I'm glad the Hunger Games prequel is finally here to answer the questions we forgot we had.
Yeah, but you know, I'm actually more hype about something else.
Me too.
Rather than the Hunger Games.
Yeah,
I
let's
think
say
we
it at the
both know
same-
what it is.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
say it at the same time.
3, 2, 1. Cats.
Joker.
Oh,
I think we need to settle this.
Yeah. So, okay, here's what we'll do. If you can do a better Joker laugh than my cat's meow, then I guess Joker's more hype.
You're on.
All right. Go first. Meow.
Ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
Make sure you comment in the comments below about which movie is more hype, Cats or the Joker, based on our impressions.
We'll see you next week.
Man, how do you feel with 2 episodes now that have involved musicals?
I'm sorry, I'm still trying to wrap my head around what just happened there.
I think you're correct, yeah.
Like, I think, sorry, musicals, they're still trash. I still hate them. They should have made Joker musical. That would have been funny.
That would be great. What if they just made like a Batman one, and then like every of like the enemy has its own song?
That
I feel
could
like
be
that'd be
interesting.
cool. Yeah.
They should do it like, how like, was it Hamilton was like rap? They should do one
Yeah.
that's like heavy metal.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's already a thing.
Probably. That probably actually sounds really bad.
Why?
Heavy metal musical?
I
How
mean,
would they
like,
be able to tie it together?
I don't know. Why
I don't
don't
know.
you create it? Put it as one of our other projects that we have to create.
No, I can't do that.
Why not?
Then that'd be part of what I hate. I'd become what I
No, but then
most despise.
like there's a fine line apparently between hate and love, so that means
Ooh,
he'll start to love it. You know?
that was beautiful actually.
Thank you.
I literally died when saw that Harry Styles tweeted "do."
I mean, like,
That's
if
just-
like, someone's got to do it sometimes, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably like one of the best like top 10 tweets of all time. Like just not saying anything for a year, and then just coming back and saying "do." That's like top notch.
Okay, question. Who do you think has like the best tweets? Because I have a Twitter, but I can't
Yeah.
figure it out.
Ooh, I don't have a Twitter either, but like, I know like Mac DeMarco, musician. He has some. He uses like every hashtag, but like that has no relevance to what he's saying like at all. That's kind
Okay.
of funny. I don't know. I can't think of any good Twitter accounts. You know any good Twitter accounts?
I have no idea. I'm just kind of there.
Yeah, I just get the good screenshots, and then when they go over to Reddit, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But definitely do. Definitely, I think Harry Styles now is at #1
Okay, very nice.
with
Wait,
do.
okay, what's Reddit?
It's like all the good memes from the internet go on there.
Okay, all right.
All right, folks.
Well-
Check out Reddit. Check out Honey Wheat Thins
Wheat Thins, yes.
in the pumpkin
Gross.
spice flavor.
Or just regular, because they're pretty good.
Have a good day, guys.
See you
Thanks for
next
watching.
week.
Wow.